There's a box full of circuits that doesn't do anything. We're going to try to build our own pedals this week on Learning Curve, but it's not looking good. Hi, I'm Spencer Dobson. Welcome to Learning Curve. So what happened is last June I ordered a build-your-own fuzz pedal off of Amazon. Cost $25. Company was called Prototone. I'll put the spelling in the thing. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. My feeling was I've had pretty good luck with mods, right? I've had some pretty good luck working on guitars, building guitars. Everything seems to work out. You just kind of power through it. You know, there's a lot of information available to you. So maybe that will happen with this guitar pedal too. Well, I don't want to ruin the ending. To say the least, when building guitars, I haven't run into anything I couldn't handle, and this time I think I kind of did, and I'm not sure where the trouble lies. I will say I learned a lot about how guitar pedals work. I'm very curious now. I'm probably going to move forward. But this experience was not what I was hoping for. So I ordered the pedal in June. It said it was going to take 2 months to get here. It got here in a month and a half. I consider that a good start. I did make an unboxing video, but there's something going on with that camera as well because it is definitely 2020, and that's how it goes. So that unboxing video is not existent. Sorry. So these are the directions. They're pretty straightforward. Each piece has a label. Put the piece in the appropriate slot, solder. Most of the pieces are labeled. Some of them have these little tabs on them, which are handwritten, which isn't a problem except when it's totally a problem. But then you can just use the process of elimination and figure out what goes where when they're hard to read. Now there was a set of these 6 resistors that did not have labels. I ended up having to look at the picture of the assembled pedal on Amazon a couple of times. Now, since these parts look like those parts, I figured that must be where that goes, right? Right. So there you go. Now the capacitors, I hope I'm saying that right. It's all electronic parts to me. But I think these are the capacitors. They were a little tricky. Nothing you couldn't solve with a magnifying glass, but the writing on them was super, super small. So at one point, by the way, I put the wrong cap in the wrong slot and I had to remove it, and that is a waking nightmare. This goes better if you don't make any mistakes, which is not how I do things. There was also, the reason I put it in the wrong slot was because there was 2 similar labels, and I wasn't sure if it was an extra digit or an extra character or something on that. I guess I got a little impatient. It's my own fault. But take your time and do as good a job as you can. And again, sometimes it gets down to a process of elimination. Also, putting stuff in is so much easier than removing it, especially when it comes to this. Now, the pedal comes with 2 chips. There were 4 in the bag. I believe there are 2 sets of the same chip. The thing is, only one set has markings on it, at least that I could find. Also, the other set didn't have a divot, which tells you the way they go in the circuit board. Now, I don't know that I could remove a soldered-in chip without damaging it if I had to. Somebody probably can, but not me. There's one other thing that I wish I'd noticed. The screw that holds in the AC jack goes in on the inside, which means you have to install the AC jack into the housing, screw it in, and then you solder it in. You can't solder it in first. And I didn't notice that till after. This is one of the last things you do, and you're done and you're ready to go. And so I had to unsolder all the jacks and then resolder them, or resolder all the posts, and then put it back together, and that just bummed me out. So I don't think it's going to come as a surprise to tell you that I plugged it in, I turned it on, and nothing came out. And I tinkered around with it a little bit, and still nothing came out. Now, I realize if I want to go deeper than just the surface troubleshooting I've done, there's probably a solution here somewhere, but I don't really even know where to start. And I just feel like for somebody who's doing this the first time, this thing is just too many parts. And there's too many things that can go wrong. You know, every joint, I think, affects it. Every solder affects it. Maybe I burned the board. Maybe I just have one thing in the wrong place. But when there's so many things to check, it's overwhelming. So I emailed the company and asked them what they thought. And they have not replied yet. I have seen a couple of reviews on Amazon that said that they couldn't get this to work either. I can't blame them completely. I don't really know what the problem is. I will say, as a first-time pedal builder, to me, this was too much. So this winter, I'm probably going to take another whack at building a pedal, but I'm going to start with a simple schematic. I'm going to have a circuit board that has very few parts. That way there's very few things I can screw up, and hopefully get an idea of how things work from there, and then maybe move forward if I have some success with that. But this thing, I don't know how long it took me to put it together when everything was said and done. I felt like it was a couple of hours, and then when it doesn't work, there's no way to test your work while you're doing it, and I'm really not even sure where to start to fix it, and I don't really know who to ask, and I don't feel like spending hours. I'm sure if I spent hours watching videos, I could figure it out, but I don't know that I want to. I think I'd rather play guitar and work on things that are a little more doable. So that's the episode. I hope it wasn't an anticlimax. I hope it wasn't too big of a bummer for you. This is definitely a 2020 style episode of Learning Curve. I guess I've had pretty good luck up to this point. This is like I said, the first thing that I've tried that I really could not get it to work out. So if your show's called Learning Curve, maybe I got it pretty good. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you're doing okay. Hope you're staying sane. I hope you're playing a lot of guitar. Hope you're happy, letting the people you love know that you care about them. Getting some exercise, eat a vegetable, that kind of stuff. Thanks for watching. If you like the show, please subscribe. Please share. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them in the comment section below. All right, with that, I hope you're having a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.